Guys, so I ran out of problems to make videos into, so why not? I'm actually just gonna go ahead and start working out your homework problems. If you didn't know, I'm gonna count the homework as just a completion grade. Um, so let's take a look at number one. Okay, we have to first, well, we can go ahead and number our equations. We have 1 here, we have 2 here, and we have 3 here. Okay, we have to take a look at each of the coefficients of the variables. We have a 3 and a -5 and a -3, and we can maybe do 1 and 3 and get rid of one of the equations. We have the y's. We have -4, -2, +2. We can also do that, but look at the z. All of the numbers are the same. Okay, so my plan of attack is to get rid of z. Okay, keeping that in mind, we have a +3 here and a -3 here. I'm going to go ahead and combine 1 and 3 together. It's a 3x minus 4y plus 3z equals 2. And then we have a -3x plus 2y minus 3z equals 2. When I combine those two, what you find is that you also cancel out the x, okay? It becomes 0. So lucky you. So -2y, and then we got rid of the z equals 4. Divide both sides by a -2, so we end up with a y equals a -2. So we have one variable. Now we have to decide which pair are we going to combine. And so we don't want to do 1 and 2. We have a +3 here and a +3 here. We're going to try to do the least amount of work, okay, which you guys are pretty good at. So instead of combining 1 and 2 together, let's go ahead and combine 2 and 3 together. Okay, so 2 is -5x minus 2y plus 3z equals 6, and 3 is -3x plus 2y minus 3z equals 2. When I combine those two, we have a -8x, and then we have a -2 and a +2. That cancels out. The +3 and a -3, that cancels out, and then we end up with an 8. -8, divide both sides by -8, x equals -1. Okay, now we have our two variables. Now we just need to substitute it into one of the other variables, one of the first variables that we created. I'm going to use number 1. Okay, so number 1. Okay, we have a 3x minus 4y plus 3z equals 2. Let's go ahead and put -1 as x, -2 as y, and we're solving for z. So that's a -3 plus 8 plus 3z equals 2. We have a -3 and a plus 8. That's a 5 plus 3z equals 2. Subtract 5 on both sides. So we end up with a 3z equals -3. Divide both sides by 3. And z equals -1. So our solution is -1, comma, -2, comma, -1. And guys, that's our final answer. Okay? And good job.